Okay, so why does this matter right now? Well, several of these radio stations are in key battleground states, including Arizona, Pennsylvania, and Michigan. And it turns out that Alex Soros met with Kamala Harris and Tim Walz on multiple occasions over the last few months. Soros, currently engaged to former New York Congressman Anthony Weiner's ex-wife and former Hillary Clinton aide, Uma Abedin. And while many of the stations that Odyssey owns are sports or music, many have conservative shows with conservative hosts. Our next guest worked for an Odyssey station back when it was Intercom for almost 25 years. He was #1 in the Boston market for most of that time. Thankfully, he got off the ship before it went down. So did his former co-host. Both are now podcasting. Gerry Callahan hosts a podcast called The Gerry Callahan Show. You can find that right here on Newsmax, wherever you get your podcast. Gerry, good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning, Rob. Good to see you. Another former Intercom alum.
I started my career at Intercom. Thank God I got off that sinking ship about 20 years ago. But worst case scenario, Gerry.
If I had got off, Rob, I'm guessing I would have about 2 weeks left if I were still there. I wouldn't be long for the place.
Just out of curiosity, what's the stock worth now at Odyssey?
I don't know. I got my final check. It was like $2. I got $2. I forget. It was like 100 shares for $2. I think it was 2 cents.
Okay. Wow. Worst case scenario, Gerry, take me through what happens when Soros takes over all these stations.
I think the first thing he does is get rid of all the conservative voices. I mean, why wouldn't he? Why else is he buying all these stations? It's just an amazing thing, Rob, when you think about it. No one, these two people on the screen, nobody has done more to destabilize this country, to destroy this country. And the Democrats act as if there's some benevolent force that just want to see, Democrats win. No, they want chaos. They are sowing the seeds of chaos from coast to coast. Think about our problems. Crime, the border, these are all funded by the Soroses, who want a divided, chaotic nation. The riots in the street, the protests, the pro-Hamas people, the pro-Hezbollah people marching in the streets of New York City, they're funded by these guys.
Right.
And somehow it's okay that the vice presidential candidate goes to New York City and bends the knee to Alex Soros. It's okay that these people have an open invitation to the White House. Alex Soros has been to the White House more than 24 times. During the Biden-Harris administration, and they openly hate this country. They openly want to destroy it. How is that okay?
Yeah, that's a good point. Can you take our audience through what happened to you at one of these Odyssey stations in Boston, WEEI?
Yeah, I mean, we were a sports show, but we talked a lot of news, current events, politics, and we were talking about a family in Boston who was transitioning their 4-year-old child. I believe it was a 4-year-old girl, and they were transitioning her to become a boy, and it was celebrated in the Boston Globe, and we talked about it and criticized it. I said, that's crazy. That is literally what happened 5 years ago. The trans activists came after the station, and the station caved and got rid of us, and it was a very woke place then, when it was Odyssey, when it was run by David Field. I'm going to guess it's going to be even more woke shortly when they hand the company to George Soros and Alex Soros, which could happen before the election, which is amazing. They have a bunch of stations that have, Mark Levin and Dan Bongino and other conservative voices. I can't imagine they last one day under Alex Soros.
Not fired, but you think, Gerry, 15 seconds, you think they're sidelined between now and Election Day?
That's a good question. No, I think they're just going to clean house. That's why he's buying this. 220 stations that reaches almost half the country, including a number of swing states, as you pointed out.
Yeah.
He's doing this so he can make a difference before Election Day.
And Howie Carr, he's still on the air up there in Boston, right?
Yes, he's not on I don't believe it's an Odyssey Intercom station anymore. So I think he's safe.
Good for him. Good for him. Gerry, good to see you. Thanks so much for breaking that down for us this morning on the Gerry Callahan Show. Daily Newsmax podcast, wherever you get your podcast. Gerry, thank you.